Michelle, you freeze up. Please, we can't afford to freeze up because we need somebody to laugh after this morning.
Why will I laugh after Michelle? What kind of injustice is that? After we just meet.
Chuman, she where is she? She is Michelle here? Is she gone?
Yeah, look, I should have set off. The internet probably just not so strong for.
She's at Jamaica, so.
Yeah, Michelle, you're good.
I'm good now.
You're good. You're good.
I hope nobody with it today.
What do you mean by nobody with what do you mean nobody with it?
Flow.
You know how flow operates.
No, me think we are talking about. Me think me and Dianna.
No.
Because we say we can't start the show without you the panic because we have to laugh after you this morning.
Leo, how your audio sounds so low? Is there any way to turn you off?
My audio is low? Okay. Let me see. Oh my.
Yes.
You better now?
Yeah.
All right. No, we have to have Michelle to laugh after this morning, or else the show not go good at all.
We can't laugh after Michelle. After we all just meet, or you must laugh after Michelle.
Oh my God! Hold on. Oh my God! Look at that!
First, after a year.
Oh!
Finally.
What a way to start the morning! Oh my gosh! Ladies and gentlemen, this is Leo Gilling on Conversation with Dianna, David Smith, and Michelle Fanger. What a wonderful week. How long has it been? 1 year, one full year?
More than Michelle says, more than a year, Leo, that it has been more than a year that we have been at this and we have never met until just now, earlier this week.
We meet. All right, people, this has been a blast of a week. Not a weekend, a blast of a week. And
for some of us.
Yeah.
For all of us.
They abandoned me and dropped me off back in Trelawney and head on their way. I hope you're following to Fern Gully, Hero Circle, Portland, Clarendon.
We're not going to Portland yet. We're not going to Portland yet. But definitely Fern Gully. And if you never upon a trip down Fern Gully, you never come to Jamaica yet. But no, oh my gosh. It's too hot in your mouth.
Yes, it really. Michelle, how are you managing with the heat? How is your son coping?
They're not coping well. I was looking for an AC unit.
Yes.
To put in, and I said no, I have to get one and put in.
Yes.
Like I guess we're gonna leave because they're too pricey here.
Yeah.
So it's cheaper to just purchase it and bring it to Jamaica.
Right.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
That's why I never tell me I have a mobile unit. I could have this car come drop at the yard.
Really?
Listen,
where did you get it?
I brought it in. I brought it in because it was just
okay. Because I was looking for one. Yeah.
But let me put some things into perspective because let's get this going. The one thing that I love about what we're doing in Jamaica is I noticed that most Jamaicans are wearing masks. Yeah. So anybody you hear talking about Jamaicans not wearing masks and not doing protocols, that's not true. In fact, I see more Jamaicans in terms of rates. I see more Jamaicans wearing masks than I see people in the United States wearing masks. And so and then the other thing is I can walk into a gas station in Florida or I can walk anywhere in most buildings without a mask and nobody knows anything to me. In here in Jamaica, as soon as you go up at the gas station front, they must spray your hand and they must take your temperature. Yeah, anywhere here in Jamaica you go, they're spraying your hands and also taking your temperature. And so I must admit that, you know, I was afraid when I was on my way, but I have much more. I feel a lot safer here in Jamaica against COVID than I feel in Florida. Truly.
Yeah, I can agree. I can agree to that, because when I go into any store, the first thing you have to make sure put on your mask, and as you said, they have to spray you.
Yes.
And people are like, you walk around the town, you see a few don't have it, but you see a lot of people wear their masks.
Just a few don't have it.
People.
Yeah, yeah.
And even I have visitors.
Yes.
Yeah, and even when I have visitors, most of them wear their masks.
Yeah, man.
They have on their masks.
They put on their mask, and people will tell you, you know, you're close. You're close. You know that I've seen that. You know, and so it's really a great thing to feel. So come home, people. Don't feel afraid like I did when I was coming on the plane. It is actually a very good feeling, and you feel safe being here. Honestly.
All right. I just want to ask: are we live on Facebook? Because I'm not sure I'm seeing it.
Yes, we are. I have it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we're not telling about the morning. Leo, in just a talk.
Oh, we're not telling about the morning yet. I think we're telling morning. Okay, morning, everybody. Oh my God.
The only thing is, I'm not seeing anybody saying anything.
Oh, we have a lot of people watching, though. There's a lot of people watching.
Yeah.
Mm.
And we have 4 special guests who is always here.
Our faithful co-host.
Co-host.
Our faithful co-host.
All right, so Dianna, let's talk a little bit about our trip, and then anybody who wants to jump in then can jump in, right? Is that how it should go? Is that how it should go? Dianna?
Yeah, all right. But I really want to talk. I want to say though how warm, and it's as if we never missed a beat.
Yes.
Just meeting you in the first instance. The truth is, people, there's a video going out there. I don't know who that person is that Leo is labeling as me, running and talking, but you know it's not me. Because I thought this man was on a phone call, and I'm there excited to see him and to meet him for the first time, and don't realize that the man recording me. I need a lawyer. So I was even happy now when I heard that Michelle was here, because I said, yes, I'm going to get legal representation. But when I reached to Michelle, I see that Leo don't know Michelle mother already, so there will be no justice there for me. None. So it was wonderful meeting Michelle as well. It was like never even skip a beat, like just friends, just pitching and open, how you do, how's the flight, and you know, it was just pack up your bag and come and go road.
So Michelle, do you know anything about the Rio Mino River? You know anything about Rio Mino? I
heard about it. Oh my, before we go into that, all the messages are coming in. Lisa Amor says, good morning from Atlanta. Jake says, morning from England. Beverly Brown says, Dr. Dianna, I don't know you, but I feel like I know you. Love to agree, homeboy Leo. Meet for the first time. Nancy Brown said, Leo, can you remember the name of the plants?
Which one?
Nancy? And Lloyd says,
we're not hearing you. We're not hearing you, Michelle. Just speak
up.
Are you
hearing me now?
Yeah, man. Just speak to the mic.
Okay. Lloyd said, apparently no one has read Fauci's emails. Max does not work. God gave us an immune system, eat real food, and stop processed garbage. So sad. But that is your opinion. Samantha Hill says, good morning. That's it for now.
All right. So here's our trick. So Dianna picks me up. No, I met Dianna.
No, you went out before that.
I did. Let me go.
You went downtown to the dance hall man place.
Me no remember what you talk about.
Oh, I thought you went with Stitchy.
Oh, yes, what's his name? And he performed on Chicken show. What's that artist?
Oh, okay. Mitchie. Hold on. Michigan. Yes, I went out with, listen, I had never gone to Waterhouse and all of these areas that they say is ghetto area. I never I went to Trenchtown one time with Black Hat, but it was a short tour. But Michigan took me to some places when we dream about I'm afraid of, right? But it was such a wonderful experience to go because he know these people down there, you know. And he said, "Wow, go on, father." And you know, it was so good. We stop and buy bun. Me have 2 bun back I can't remember. A 2 bun we make out of what we call it again, wine, black dark wine. 2 buns that were I need to go taste them, not taste them. But it was so nice. You go to Dynamic Sounds. We went to Channel 1, Studio 1. All of these museums were really good, really good. And then we come back and got Jolly's, go sit down and eat fish. They give me 2 fish on the plate, and it was really. You need to go to Jolly's, Michelle.
Where's that? Kingston?
There's one over in Portmore and one in New Kingston. Very good food.
I know which way she have to come at town. Michelle come town now as soon as the show done.
I don't know why she won't come town. Listen, I ate. Diana took me to a restaurant. We never know this. I'm a party all the time. And I am not lying you. It's the best stew peas that I have ever tasted in my entire life. No kidding. So I ordered the stew peas as soup. You know, when you get, go in and get your soup first. Mr. Moore, stew peas, right? And I walked up that when I taste the first piece of the stew peas, I said, Jesus, peas.
I thought it was soup.
No,
he ordered it as his starters.
Yes, that's my
the bowl because they serve it in a separate bowl from your rice or whatever.
Oh,
that's sweet. It tastes so good. Tell me what the place named Diana, because we know all I see was eatery.
Hey, Triple T's Eatery. It's on Annette Crescent in Kingston.
You know, I get free advertisement. Triple T's.
But the food, the quality is always really very good, though.
It is really high, and as soon as you walk in there, you have to wash your hand and sanitize and put on your. I mean, really, I love Jamaica. I mean,
and
really,
the wash hand stand is a real all enamel basin pan.
Oh yeah, I want. Where's the name again? Wash pan. Or wash pan. Get water. Oh my God.
Take a picture.
Wash pan. No wash pan.
And their chandeliers are the same thing too. The all enamel wash basin there.
Oh, nice.
Look, man, it's not a wash basin. Basin different. Basin chip on, but tick, 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 tick. And it's white. And this is a wash pan where you can bathe in.
Okay, fine. Wash pan.
Make it right. Your basin.
But it was good. I'm happy that you enjoyed that. I'm sorry that I missed your fish at Jolly's. Though I still believe that if you come to Jamaica and you want to eat fish, you really ought to go up against the seaside, make the breeze them blow, make the fly them fish, and you have to box them and all of that.
Yeah.
When you come, because you can't just say. You have to invite Michelle.
All right, we're gonna run down to Trelawney and pick up Michelle and go somewhere with Michelle.
Okay, all right. I know exactly where we're
You're coming to Trelawney to get me?
Yes.
I know the best place in Trelawney to eat that fish. It's the bomb.
Well, let's go do it.
Yes. Me not prefer to come up and we got the place out of Ola, but not Ola, but Portmore. Portmore.
No, we can't do that.
Elsha, yeah.
No, that'd be too much far. We have to do something down that side.
Okay, all right.
Don't fight it, Leo. Don't fight it.
Mr. Michelle, you missed, right? After we drop you off the other night, you missed the most fabulous tour of Fern Gully.
Michelle, it was really, I mean, for me, usually you get accustomed to just driving to Orchard on the highway and you don't go that old road. There used to be a little man, a Rasta man, I'd stop and buy lemons from. But I haven't seen him the last couple of times I came off the highway to find him. So I don't bother. I just drive straight on the highway, back up and be done. But it was really refreshing for me living here to drive through Fern Gully again after a number of years.
Yeah, I haven't been there in years. So you're right. The highway is much easier.
The highway take away the beauty of, it's a different kind of beauty.
Yeah. Because even on the highway, like it might be a long drive, but you always have something to look at. I remember like when you go over what that bridge name? Flat Bridge. Before you get there. Oh, yeah, you see the different impressions on the rocks.
On the rocks.
Yes.
Boom, boom, rock. Stop it.
Everybody look out for them two rock there.
On the rock. Boom, boom, rock.
Say it nicely.
And their mother owes.
Exactly. Some more people. Miguel says good morning from Canada. Beverly Frey says good morning. Good AM dynamic trio. Lloyd Wade Fisher says it's a difference to visit versus living in the ghetto day to day without no jobs available.
Yes. I know.
We understand, Lloyd.
Yes.
Nancy Brown says the plant when you visited with the home of Dianna friend, and I think it was the gardener who went through the names with you.
Yes, that was Michelle. You missed that the one they took.
Are we going to go through this entire show?
What else did Michelle miss now, Leo? So that was so we stopped there. We did the Mino, but she could watch that. And we went through Maypen. Let me tell you.
Oh God.
It's one bustling town. That's no other way to tell it. You see, all today, Friday, Saturday, you don't want to have to drive through Maypen. It's just one bustle. Everybody from all the communities around Maypen come down because this is a main commercial area. So they come for market, though they have their small markets like we would have seen in Chapelton and all the other areas. But everybody go Maypen. All taxis lead to Maypen for you go down there, go get this, go get that. Those fabulous bustling.
But when you leave one house and gonna Maypen, we are talking about Juki tree. We are talking about the lignum vitae. We are talking about the bully mango under the tree. You can take stone dog. We are talking about all of that. When you gonna Maypen?
All right, fine. So before we did all of Maypen, we stopped and we juked down mango. Leo went and had a tour. He saw the Juki tree, crown
of thorn.
Crown of thorn.
Yes.
Yeah, so you had crown of thorn, and you saw the lignum vitae tree.
Lignum vitae. And ladies and gentlemen, Dianna, so her innocence just blatantly licked me in the face sometimes, So we're there talking about the shoe black and the what do you call it? What that game? Hibiscus. The hibiscus flowers. She doesn't know that the hibiscus flowers has a sweet nectar in the midlight, and that's why Dr. Bird gonna go up on it. You understand?
I knew that much about the nectar being in it, and it's a good source for the hummingbirds. You do lie. What I never know is that it's used to. It named shoe block for a reason. We really never know that. We never know say you could have used to shine your shoes.
You take that flower and you rub it, mash it up and rub it on your shoes, your shine black shoes, and nothing no shine like that. People, hear me.
Nobody don't know that. Only you one and the other man know them.
Enough comment coming in. Beverly Frey said, Miami in the house. Caroline Madden said, Triple T E3 on Annette Crescent.
Yes.
I guess that's the place you were talking about.
Where is she? How she know?
Lloyd Wayne said, washing from West Palm Beach, Carlene, how do you know that? Send us a message. Lloyd Wayne says, watching from West Palm Beach, Florida, Enough Love family. Thanks for tuning in. Diana says, good morning, Leo, Diana, and Michelle. I know Leo is in Jamaica and Doc. He resides in Jamaica. We are here now. Would have loved to meet up with you folks. And heck,
oh my
no,
God, oh my God. See that Portland, see that Portland. That would be nice. That would be nice.
We don't have junction, but we now got so far.
Yeah.
Jennifer Lynn said, watching in London. Diana says, hotel food is okay, but I love the street food. My mom is the one that parked up in the hotel, lying in the garden on her chair in the sun.
Listen, I must tell you, I must admit, you know, and I'm not knocking people, you know, I just have a problem. You know, I just had one guinea, and these ladies didn't know. But Jesus Christ, my belly nearly killed me with the one guinea.
Good. I'm good. Let me tell you, people, I'm good.
We get tricked. After me tell Leo Stephen, make sure he test the guinea them before the guy.
Exactly.
So buy the guinea, we don't test it.
Exactly. Buy the bunch of guinea. With my money, me want about me $200. With my money, in buy the guinea them. Michelle said to him, take one of the guinea off of the bunch and taste it first before you pay for. No, man, guinea, but the man guinea don't look good. You don't say they look good. And let me tell you, and then he had to go to the bathroom, take a guinea. So they make him use roadside.
Listen.
Nancy Brown says, guys, you must visit Portland for tranquility. Recommend Blue Lagoon. Diana said, we are 20 family members from all over the world having fun.
Oh my God.
Hey,
listen, let's go to Portland. Let's go to Portland. Dianna, we're coming to Portland. You ready?
But how Michelle going to reach from Trelawney to Portland?
She can't take bus. She can't take bus.
I was going to say the bus for a rat trap.
Go up.
Michelle don't find it funny. Michelle all freeze. Michelle freeze.
I think she freeze up.
Yeah, but she must freeze up.
But ladies and gentlemen, we went into the hills of Clarendon, and I must tell you that I never had so much fun traveling Jamaica. Diana, come on, tell me where we go. We follow the shaker and go.
So we went. Michelle, you're back.
Yeah.
Yeah, this floor. Every time
we should try connecting directly to your laptop if you can.
The floor is not flowing. Floor is not flowing.
It's not floor.
So tell me what them what we're gonna make the people them know.
Michelle have some say.
Yes, so Diana said, see how much I love you guys. I'm here in the Puta Lab at the hotel to chat with you guys. That's Diana. Leo audio is unstable. Beverly Frey. Yeah, Leo. Lloyd says, no love family. Dr. Rogers say, good morning. Miguel Angel say, any suggestion on where to buy a house in Maypen?
You have one to sell.
You know, I'll leave that up to Diana.
I mean, I know I asked you that I not see we are advertising also near. But never telling my mother,
oh well, we don't know enough about Maypen to help.
Yeah.
Well, my darling, I grew up in Maypen. It's a wonderful place, and I'm happy that you're looking somewhere to buy in Maypen. Yes, there are a number of housing developments and some older houses where, you know, over time people will sell them in some better communities. There are houses in Inglewood, Ingleside, Trenton Road, Trenton Crescent. I mean,
I don't like you talking about Trenton. I don't like you talking about Trenton.
No, forget Trenton. No Trenton around here.
Okay. But please baptize it. Listen, there's several homes being built along that highway. Yeah. And there are several developments. And we had a panel discussion this past Wednesday with the National Housing Trust. and you in the diaspora can buy homes through the National Housing Trust.
Really, they can get their housing trust allocation?
Yeah, I think you have to pay it, right?
Along that coast right there, 5 along the south coast.
Wow.
I think you have to just pay for 2 years, right?
Pay for 2 years, yeah. And it's online. It's online. You can just go on your nht.gov.jm
I need to do that.
And
because my mother, I need to do it because my mother never captured a piece of land by the water, so we can't have it. So I have to go buy property.
Sure. Mama, not do you right.
Exactly.
You're right at all. Yeah, and you can. Sure. I'm not gonna put up with it. I'm not gonna put up with that. Not on the show. I am not going to say go and capture no land.
It's called unauthorized occupation.
What you call it?
Unauthorized occupation.
Unauthorized occupation. Oh my God. Beverly Frey, good morning to you, my love. Good to have you on. If you're not hearing me, flow is not flowing this morning, so we just have to do it as much as best as we can. But Dianna, I want you to tell us, where are the little townships that we traveled through going from Maypen up into the beautiful mountain area?
So we left Maypen at Guinea Tree.
Lord,
Hard to say, there is no Guinea Tree down there. But there is a signpost that says Guinea Tree. So Leo knew that he was at Guinea Tree despite my telling him that yes, it named Guinea Tree. So we went up Chapelton Road. We went through Boxhaven as a housing area on one of the sides.
Hold on. There's something about Boxhaven. It's actually Box Heaven, meaning that the people them rich up there, the house them big, only people with the big bucks up there. So it's called Boxhaven. There's another one up, another box, something down there. What say you?
No.
What do you call it?
Right. So after you pass Boxhaven and you pass the Jamaica Cordage and Jamaica Rope Factory, I didn't point that out to you, but we did go past a long-established manufacturing operation in Clarendon, the Rope Factory and Jamaica Bags. And then outside of that, we got into Buckner. Buckner is one of those growing expanse of housing that is not really very regulated. Some aspects of it might be regulated, but
hold on. What's it called? What do you call it?
Unauthorized. But there are some spots in there though that are regulated, but there are some other areas. And then after now we started going through Chapelton to Maypen Woods. So we went through Longsville, then we got into what name? Beulah.
Where did we see the man with the cherry, with the wood of a cherry?
Longsville. That was after we went round Southsop Turn. So as soon as we did,
yes, Southsop. We said Clarendon and have some name. I have never seen names like Southsop Turn.
Yeah.
You go so. And it's like a car off it bend up to go around the corner.
Well, imagine as a child going through in the school bus, and I remember there was a school bus that turned over at Southsop Turn because it was narrow in Leo, and you have to go around, and the other vehicle them have to stop far down because they were coming have to take it real wide to come around Southsop Turn.
Oh my God.
So we did Longsville, then we did Beulah, then we did the Southsop Turn, and started going up the hill. And that's where we met the man selling the cherries. Real Jamaican cherries with the distinctive flavors. They weren't sour or anything. Leo was trying to figure out if they were sour, but no, they weren't.
They were not sour. I have never tasted sweet cherries in Jamaica. How do you get cherries to be sweet in Jamaica? That don't make any sense to me.
You go there in Jamaica.
Sweet cherry tree.
What is that?
We had a sweet cherry tree, but usually my grandmother had the water pipe close by that kept, watering.
Oh, so it kept it moist. Okay.
So you always get cherries because the more water you give them, the more they'll bear. So they'll bear all year round.
I mean,
at home like that. I mean, it was sweet. It was just always sweet. But I somehow think that there's a variation. At that time, the researchers in the agricultural sector were experimenting with things. And so I was never able to buy that cherry plant again, nor are you able to circumpose it or anything. It just don't.
Yeah.
That's it.
And
Yeah,
that's unfortunate. That's quite unfortunate.
It is. Because ours died, but you know, like when usually with the seedlings, like another would pop up.
Nah, come up.
No.
Nah, come up. Nah, come up.
Some productive male cherry tree.
When we grow up, when we eat cherry, after you eat one cherry, you go. It's kind of sour. Like a gingerbread. Yeah.
Let me read some more comments before Flo kick me off again. Teresa says, good morning. Kimberly said, good morning from Connecticut. Bishop PD, I can't pronounce the last name, don't want to mess it up, but Bishop said, good morning, Dianna, Leo, and Michelle. I'm watching from Montego Bay.
Yo!
Bishop is here.
Yes.
Go on.
Yes, Diana said,
come meet you know.
I tell you, Diana said the drive from Montego Bay Airport is long, but very scenic. Plus, some folks were getting mad at me because I stopped to buy every street fruit. Damn, Jamaica. Diana said she has never tasted sour cherry. They're always sweet here. Jamaica, how is it? Your food is so nice and yummy. Diana, I don't know, but it's the best.
It is. It certainly is. I was caught completely off guard with when I went up into the hills of Clarendon. How warm the people are up there. They're not afraid of talk to you. They encourage discussion with you. You know, it's unlike when you're in Montego Bay or in Kingston or Ocho, where people just walk past you. Nobody walks past you. I mean, I got out of the car because I saw an odd banana tree. The fruit had started bearing, but the bananas were pretty short. I said, what the heck? What kind of short banana them there? And I got out, and the entire family from down the hill come up, and I talked to me, and it was so much fun. Everybody tell me their name, and then they find out, say me I do the recording. They said, we want to go foreign too. You know, come in the picture. It's really, oh my God, that was really cool. That was nice.
Right. So that was after we had gone through Chapelton, Summerfield. We stopped at Summerfield, had ice cold jelly, and I had pineapple.
Oh no, you did not go there. You did not go there.
I still have a slice of it. It was so sweet.
You can't see my face, right? You can't see my face, right?
Diana, Diana, come out of the car and left me. All of the people. She didn't tell me where she was going. She come out of the car, jump out and gone. And I said, which part Diana? Where Diana gone? So I said, after about 2 minutes, I said, let me come out and go look. Diana go over and go buy the pine without me knowing that she buying the pine. So she can eat out the whole of the pine before me get to it.
Before it come quick.
And time I go there, only 2 slices of pine she have left. Now the whole pine, sweet pine. Okay? All right.
The pine was really very sweet. I'm happy that Leo never catch none. Anyway, he had a coconut water. Let me tell you, when he think he done, coconut water just a flow.
It just a start.
And he might have done it.
My belly full up the whole day. My belly full up the whole
done it, and then the man chop it for him and him nam the coconut.
Oh God.
Okay, the jelly. It was real good jelly, though, he said. And then now we started to go through Blackwood, Beckford Crawl, and we saw some people cleaning
Crawl.
Beckford Crawl.
Kraal. It's not CRALL like everything else, just spell crawl. Kraal. What is that?
Ask somebody who come from Beckford Crawl. I bet whole people come here from Beckford Crawl and watch me.
Oh.
And no, I'm Blackwood.
Hey, listen, you better stop talking because you're making certain people vex because they can't participate in the conversation. You understand?
I don't know how, I've never experienced it, so I don't know. How do I react?
And so we did that, and we saw some people who were peeling busy cola nuts. Remember, Leo?
Oh, yes. So
And then
I turned to them and I said, what is that? And they said, busy. So I said, what busy good for? The woman said, COVID.
COVID.
Baby, if you have somebody busy after eat, then give them.
Oh.
And they did tell him for stomach problems too.
Yeah, they tell me, say,
poisoning.
I'm poisoning. I gotta tell you, I had
So the very first response was COVID.
COVID. That was funny. But
and then
we
after
better
that,
talk
no.
about, we better go ahead. But we better talk quick about Wednesday instead of, so that people can participate in the conversation, where we take them up for a short bit and took them for a ride up in Mount Pelier and
Yes. Oh yes, let us talk. Yeah, we can talk about picking up our friends. And I'm going to tell the people how you got us lost, Leo. I'm going to tell them. But anyway, people, after we went through Bedford Crawl and all of that, and we stopped at a place called Stop and Go, and we met Blue, and we buy Blue banana and bread. And then we went to Thompsontown, and we actually went to Thompsontown High School. And the security guard is a past student. And we met her, remember? And our friend who was in this place, past student too.
My most excited moment was when we I looked up and I saw a sign that says Mocho.
Mocho or Moko?
Moko.
You know this song, but when we left one from Moko, there was a song, this artist sang. You remember it?
No. But Moko, the word, let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, Moko, the word Moko has always been a derogatory word. People always fuss you with the word Moko. I'm going to say Moko, you come, yeah, idiot, you come from Moko, that kind of thing. That's old people. But when I pass through Moko, Moko is a beautiful township. And there are two Mokos there. One named Moko Road and one named Moko.
One Moko here, you don't know where much. One Moko, you just have one Moko Road will lead you to one place called Brixton. You don't know, or some other place around there, so Mount Erie, I don't remember. But one Moko, one big Moko, and we stopped at Lennon School as well. Just had a little look. We didn't go on that campus.
No,
but it was good. And then we came down now into Four Paths, and I stopped us to get cocoa bread and cheese at the bakery. They never had no cheese. So, and then Leo said, I have to go back at town now. So we said, well, all right. Jump on the highway. And then the next day we went and looked for our friend.
Oh, and that's where I come in.
So before we got to you, Michelle, we were actually in your neighborhood for about a half an hour before, because Leo spoke to your mom, got the directions. He got the directions in his ears only. And he says to me, drive in. And she said, turn right. So we drove in and we drive right. And I'm saying, but you're sure, Leo? She said, turn right. Just go right, no. And he getting mad at me, so me no, but I get mad with him, we drive. The next thing we know, we're at the Hague show.
Oh no.
I said, you sure, Leo? He said, yeah. She said, just drive right. So we drive again. I said, Leo, you think we should ask somebody? He said, no. Then me not just tell him. She said, must just drive and go drive straight. Just drive straight. And he getting mad at me. So I couldn't take it no more. And being a woman, we said, sure, to hell with Leo. And I asked a man, are we going the right direction for Hegel? He said, no, man, you turn around. You have to go turn around and go back there.
What a woman like Jesus.
The man said, you almost reach Martha Bray rafting.
How do Martha Bray?
Lord!
And then Michelle, after we turn back now, him said, turn up there, sir. And again, just a quiet line, we turn up. And we go up and up and up, Michelle. Wrong road again.
For half an hour. In the middle of the street,
Everybody must stop. Come and stop. half an hour, Leo, have we lost before we could have found it. We could have come long time.
But it was great to see.
I have traveled to many places, but our food is at the top. Lloyd Wayne Fisher said the fresh organic seasoning. I guess that's why our food tastes so good. Juliet said, good morning, guys. Winsome Hall said, best place to be. My husband is from Clarendon.
Yeah.
Juliet says, I was born in Maypen, but I spent a lot of summers in Redlands, Clarendon with my grandmother. I now live in Washington, D.C.
Excellent.
And Juliet says, love listening to you guys. Thank you.
Thank
Where
you.
is Clarendon was she born? Is red,
so nice.
is red grown somewhere near Crooked River, Chapeltown? Where is that? I'd love to know.
Redlands. Juliet, where is Redlands? Give us specific info.
It's funny about that. Red land indicate that red soil. And the whole of this are red soil. Everywhere. The soil red.
You see, you're so in talk like you know him. I say, I was from believe you know. Hear him start, you know. Red land indicates that there's red soil. And the wall of upper Clarendon are red ground.
Don't want to say we never gone Clarendon before.
But let us talk about picking up Mish now. So meeting Michelle, meeting our family, our neighbor. She have this little neighbor who just completed her prep exams and is off to Michelle's alma mater. Michelle is so proud of her. And Michelle a freeze again. Me don't know Michelle carry from America come to Jamaica.
Listen to this now. Me go look for the young lady and say, oh, I understand that you want to be a doctor. Me hear somebody in my back. Not doctor, attorney.
I wonder who said that.
She freeze up. But it was
freezing life from America going there.
But ladies and gentlemen, so we met up with Michelle and we spent probably a half an hour at her house with her mom and everybody, and then and
our neighbors.
Yeah, we took off and went to Montego, went to St. James. So we traveled through Montego Bay, stopped, pick up Guinea and whatever, and headed up to Montpelier. And if you don't know by now, Montpelier was the place where a lot of the Cubans stayed when they came to this country back in 1976, 77. A lot of Cubans who came, the engineers and the scientists from Cuba, the ones who built the Montpelier High School, they came and they stayed up there. It was like Cuba land at the time, you know? But they left something for us. Well, maybe there's a research lab, an agricultural research lab that we went to, and I learned so much. And Dianna, you can help me here about the Jamaica Brahmin cows, the Jamaica Hope, the Jamaica Black, the Jamaica Red something, and you know, I didn't remember anything about it because I learned about them and T.P. Lecky and these other scientists back in the 70s, early 70s, late 60s, as they crossbred animals to make into Jamaican endemic type. Yeah, it was, you know, the livestock. We have cows that are purely Jamaican.
Yeah.
Not very many
countries. Cows that don't have no horn. I didn't even know that we had a breed of cows that don't have horns, and they're Jamaican bred and cows.
Yes.
For the meat. It's not so much for the milk.
Not for milk. Yeah, the one that is bred from milk is the Jamaica Hope.
Okay.
The Jamaica Hope. And then the other three, the Jamaica Black, the Jamaica Red something, and the Jamaica Brahmin. So there are two Brahmins, you know, the Brahmin with the horn and the one without the horn. And they have the humpback, right? The big humpback and thing. And it's huge property, like 4 acres by 4 acres. We learned about growing ginger and turmeric. That they're I mean really
right, because there was some problem with the ginger out in the fields, and so they're going back to the tissue growth of it and develop the tissue. Then they take it to the research centers and they do it, and they're going to put it out in some test plots.
Yes.
20-acre plots. They're going to do the first instance before people can come. And they had other things in there. Remember, she had tamarind and said that you know, people who want tamarind plants to just come and get it.
Yes.
And some of the turmeric that they had, in another couple of weeks, they'll have them available for planting. But I didn't realize that the turmeric, the difference between the turmeric and the ginger is that the turmeric leaf is just a little bit wider than the ginger leaf, which is a little narrow.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But you know,
I only discovered that from talking to Miss Green.
Right. I'm gonna have Dr. Lisa Myers Morgan on. She's agreed to come to share, because you know, we don't get a chance to see how these things are developed. The research and development that's done on our food crops. Did you know that we actually had 60 varieties of mangoes in Jamaica? Some of them that we don't know.
Gosh, that's so much me not eat yet.
Yeah, and we are more accustomed with about 11 or 12 of them. The others are still in R&D. And there's so much land out there that needs, and I don't think the government is spending enough money on research and development. And so, you know, I don't think we're maximizing the effectiveness of our Jamaican scientists, you know, who are really actively out there trying to make a difference. But it was really a really good tour that we had.
Yes, it was a day well spent, and just a learning, you know, the different things, like you said, that we weren't aware of, that we didn't know, and to see that there were young people on the farm who were doing internships and who were working. So the tradition of research in agriculture is not lost, huh?
Yes.
It was encouraging to see the young people who were on there participating. So that was
Yeah, man. And I want to let me take you on a journey from Montego Bay up to Montpelier. So, excuse me. So we came out of Montego Bay and into Bourg. Anybody from Bourg? Bourgites. Then we left Bourg into Reading. So the Reading is where you decide whether you want to go to Negril Street or Westmoreland through the hills of Anchovy. And so we took the left up Long Hill, and for some reason, we started talking about what it go-go clubs. And it seemed like our friend, who's not on right now, but she soon come back, knows every go-go club.
That's not true, Leo. It's you. It's you. Tell us about the one that was up on the hill in the corner. You are not telling no lie, Paul Michelle. You're too wicked. You point out to us that in your day when you were supposed to be at school, you wasn't at no school, and you was up the long hill, round the corner, and you showed us where the club was and where you used to park on the other side of the road. Right. You remember, Michelle?
So
and
why
then
was,
after that,
why
you showed the club.
Why were Michelle's eyes so keen on identifying all of the go-go clubs along the coast?
She never point out not one. It's you. It's you. That's the one. That's the one. That's the one. There.
Michelle should have come on yet.
You're lucky.
Oh my God!
Connect, Michelle. It's connecting.
It's connecting, Michelle. Keep coming. Keep coming. Michelle having some challenges this morning. But
tell them, after we went around the corner, where was the next area?
Okay, so we went up Long Hill and then into the crossing, the Leafy crossing. And I don't know if anybody knows
connect again.
Anybody from Leafy? It's not Leafy. As you told me, it's
Leafy.
Leafy.
No, Leafy.
Leafy. And then have whitewater rafting up there, right?
Yes.
And then right at that crossing, there was a lady who owned a bird sanctuary. Anybody remember that woman there? She used to have one bird sanctuary right on the hill at the crossing at Leafy up there going towards Anchovy. But we were talking about our friend who was identifying all the go-go clubs as we go along the path.
It was Leo. It's Leo who pointed them out. Him first.
About the other entertainment, we offer a lot of entertainment options here. So,
oh my God. So after we left Leafy Crossing, we go up further and past Anchovy High School on the left-hand side. But then we went straight into Anchovy itself. And I showed them where the train stopped. You know, what we call the bush tiger. Diana didn't know the name because once that train left Montego Bay, until it reached like Manchester, a big bush go through. And you only hear the whole noise making and going like this, boogie, 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 boogie. They call it the bush tiger, right? And so Catadupa, we talked about Catadupa, Cambridge, we talked about Mount Carey, we talked about Mount Horeb and Roehampton. All of these places are in that vicinity. So we passed Mount Carey and then we went down to Mount Pelier. So in Portland, ladies and gentlemen, in Portland and St. Mary, you will hear a lot about bays. Discover Bay, Runaway Bay, Port Maria Bay, Annotto Bay, what you call it? You talk about St. Margaret's Bay, all of these bays going all the way up to Portland. When we go into the interior of Jamaica, we talk about Mount this, Mount Rasa, Mount Industry, Mount Pelier, Mount Carey, all of these. So you see the difference. You with me? You with me so far? Okay. All right. So we went on the premises of the lab, and it was really fun.
There's a lot of comments.
Huh?
There are a lot of comments.
Okay.
Diana said, yes, Jamaica folks are nice, so polite, but I get a new name for off Browning. A vendor yelled Browning, couple family looked back. She yelled, not from.
We're not hearing you. We're not hearing you. We're not hearing you. Oh, she's gone. Let me see if I can catch the comments. Just give me a minute here, ladies and gentlemen. Let me see if I can catch the comments here.
Yeah, comments because this internet is.
Okay, so stay off the video and stay on audio and then read the comments.
Okay, let me keep the video off and see if that works.
Yeah, if it's a video that's causing your system to go down. Because
so just let us see if it works.
Okay.
She yelled out uniform Browning. Then one fella yelled to my husband, white boy. He said, what is she saying? I told him. He said, who you're referring to as a boy. She laughed. Do not say she honestly, but he knew that he was not pleased. Ivan says, Georgia and Kennedy Avenue, NW representing blessings. Lorna said, Leo, your next door should be Manchester.
Mm-hmm. Right next door to Manchester. We're going to go to Manchester next time.
Lloyd Brown said, Moko signifying ignorance. Okay.
Yes, it does. That's what it represented. All these. Yeah.
Okay. Lorna says, oh.
We didn't hear Lorna. Tell us again about Lorna. She gone. Tell us again about Lorna. Are you there?
Yeah, Lorna. Oh, Michelle got her passport fast. Nancy Brown says, Diana, download Waze app, WAZE, for your navigation needs. Don't let Leo confuse.
Yeah.
Don't let Leo confuse you. Leo comes across confident. You would think he was a human sat nav of Jamaica.
What a face over that.
Quite true. Me learned the hard way. Never again.
Actually, Google works very fine. I get around Kingston really nicely. When I had to find Diane's home the other day, she said, okay, go around the corner, yeah. I'm going to say, Diana, just give me the address. No, tell me what going on the corner. Just give me the address. I'll find you. And Google worked very well, Google Maps.
And you know, if you did follow my instructions, she stop at that the tree, they look for tree, and the tree, then go around the corner a little bit more.
All right, Michelle, go ahead.
Oh, that's it. That's all I see.
Michelle, tell us, what was your experience on the research when we drove up? Diana found a family member at the gate. She was the security guard from Clarendon. Tell us what your thoughts are on the research center. Michelle, can you hear me?
Just for clarification, it was the young lady is in fact from Clarendon.
So it's just messing up everything. So I have to talk real quick, and I'll be back on in a second. But I enjoyed the experience. I was amazed at the amount of work that is actually taking place in Jamaica.
Yes.
Are you hearing me?
Yeah, man, we are. Please keep going.
Okay.
Keep going.
Okay, so I was amazed at all the different projects that they have and what they're trying to do to help with the food production in Jamaica. So that was an interesting experience. I enjoyed our ride to the location. Learned a lot. It was fun. We stopped by to get some soup because Leo ate the guinea. And
was it Copper Pot? What's his name at the place?
Copper Pot. Copper Pot.
Copper Pot.
No, what's Copper Pot his name?
She took some pictures, you know.
It's not Copper Pot. You don't even know. It's not Copper Pot. It no name no Copper Pot. It's a Copper Pot was hanging. It never named Copper Pot.
Miss a Copper Pot in name. A Copper Pot.
Let me look real quick.
Well, yeah, man. I remember she'll tell us, anytime you get to Copper Pot, she tell us to go right. Everybody at Jamaica give us the, even the little young boy would tell us, you ask him, where is the high school? He says, oh, right around the corner. And we had to drive like 2 more miles to get to the high school. And I said to you, Diana, I said to you.
Yeah, it is Copper Pot.
Yeah.
It is Copper Pot.
Diana, go
and they actually have a copper pot hanging outside.
Yeah, and 3-foot pot at the front. Sure.
Michelle, you took a picture of it?
Yes.
Yes.
She took picture. You know, say Michelle now left without a PR picture. She have a cockapar foot in front of her.
I have to.
So, ladies and gentlemen, when we were going to Thompson High School, Thompson Town High School. Actually, you know something what I found out? I found out yesterday when I went to the bank. We did a project some years ago to raise funds for Pledge to Build. And Thompson Town Primary and Infant School is one of those schools that's going to get benefit. Really? So we are supporting, yeah, man. So I went to open the account yesterday so that money can come in after the project. And so they're going to get Thompson Town Primary and Infant is going to get we call it the drum and hand wash sink. Okay. Isn't that nice? I was really happy to see that on the list.
Awesome.
Made a big difference. So the little boy, this young man, he wasn't a little boy, like 17 or 18. He says, "Oh, man, just right around the corner. We turn about 16 corner before we get to."
We even have to ask somebody else to be sure that we're on the right way.
Yeah, we have to ask somebody if we're on the right road, you know. That's that. So our most.
You fall for the right round the corner thing. You fall for that trick when they say right around the corner. Yes.
When
oh my God, you fall for 2 things. Somebody trick you with the guinea and you fall for around the corner. You know, fall for when they say just around the corner.
This is the way you take a good story. You take a good story and gone way off of it. What kind of thing that? So between Michelle and me and Diana, one our favorite stop was at in Montego Bay to have lunch.
Yeah.
What's the name of the restaurant again? Pelican Grill. The Pelican. And they have extended the Pelican. So now they have a segment just for lunch without it just feel like it's in an open area. And let me see what Michelle had. Let me tell you what Michelle had for lunch.
Michelle had chicken.
Michelle had fried chicken and rice and peas. And Dianna had
and she had sorrel beer. She had sorrel beer.
And sorrel beer. Yeah, we have got both around this house. She has sorrel beer. Yes, yes. Sorrel beer. And then Dianna had ackee and saltfish and fried dumpling.
And fried plantain.
And fried and would not accept the lunch unless the plantain was on the plate. I mean,
I wanted plantain.
She go on bad for the little bit of plantain them. And I said, it's okay, but it's okay. The plantain. And they just need the fried dumpling. You know? And the man fence and go and make the plantain and can't cook here.
You have to put out that'll be all right.
Exactly.
Leo, for some reason your audio just not as good as it was before. I don't know what you bounced out there before.
God, I really don't know what's going on. Is that better? Better?
It's all right, but we can hear you.
All right, let me see if I can clean it up and keep it going on there.
Yeah.
All right, let me read a few of the comments while I do that. Sandra Sterling. Okay, Sandra Sterling said, anybody ever drive on Morning Star, the bus down Long Hill, the bus over Paca leaning to the side, driving on the side where the cliff is, your heart stop beating until you reach bottom?
Those buses are just the greatest. They have the banana and the yam and the cook and everything on the top. And there's a guy that he would climb up on the back of the bus, onto the top of the bus, and the people, the other guy would show the banana up on the top and show the crocus bananas from the top. And they're so skilled and catch the thing and then pack the bus. I'm like, my worst experience is always when kids are traveling on the bus and them show up on the bus.
Then why they never put newspaper under their stomach? Then I know say they must put newspaper under their clothes. Or not under their tongue. Or you see if they did have a busy, they would have a piece of busy in their mouth.
Exactly, piece of busy in their mouth, that true man, right? Oh my God. Yeah, where are you?
Eh?
Where are you, Michelle? Michelle.
All so right, Michelle, for some reason, connection seems to be bad.
Yeah. I guess, you know,
so there's some comments. Michelle, I'm to read the comments. Bishop said you must leave Michelle alone, Leo. And Sandra said, did you guys go to Lambs River for the pork by a rat trap? Sandra, no, but I tell you, today is a good day. Yes.
We can't help Michelle.
Sandra, me ever take picture of my friend. You and her.
No pork.
As a housing scheme, no bottom of Long Hill. Lloyd, which housing scheme you're talking about? Oh, Leety, Cups. Yes.
Cups, yes, that's Cups.
Oh, and Sandra said, oh my goodness, I'm afraid of Long Hill. And then Lloyd said, the Great River. Michelle, you're back.
Over in Cups, right? When I grew up, I was talking to somebody the other day.
No, you never show one. There's a place named Cups?
Yeah, so Cups is over in Leety, right? Oh. So over in Cups, there's a family school. You know what the family school is?
Delinquent.
Where the word family come from? Because
reform.
Exactly. All right. So they would send boys away to Cups. You know, the family school. But it's the same place. Now we need to go on a ride. We should have gone on a ride at the Rio Grande or at the Martha Bray. We should go down and meet with with Michelle and go on the Martha Bray for rafting.
Okay, fine. So do we want to join? Do you want to come now and we do the rest of the show on the way down while we start driving?
Okay, on this one. We already have problems inside of my house with Flo. I mean, what's going on? I'm not nothing.
Because I have better internet connection.
Oh, so you just spot me. Hot spot me, right?
Yeah.
The
poor Michelle.
Any more comments? Any more comments there?
So somebody said women do not know where the go-go clubs are on Laugh Out Loud. And he said, tell you back to Westmoreland. Lloyd, I don't know. Yes, Catadoo for my neck of the woods, according to Beverly Brown. Sandra said, and anybody ever driving money? Yes. If I didn't know, man say yes, wicked. Your heart stop beating until you reach the bottom. Michelle, internet cutting off all the chat. There's a lot more to read. Nancy Brown, Michelle, the internet service in Trelawney can be praised. It's really down today. So if we can say yes, coming from Liti to Cops in 1970, 5-year-old. You know that they both.
Were you at the family school?
Lisa Mack says, yes, I love Pelican Grill. Beverly Brown said, I tried not to look out the window, closed my eyes until the bus finished the hill. Michelle Fanga said, it's horrible, Flo is horrible, it's horrible. I say, Shonda Sterling say a bad thing. You hear what she said? Michelle, I thought had Haig got the best of everything. Is that why I'm having trouble with the internet? So Lloyd Fisher says that the adjoining areas, the bad boy school is in Cops.
Okay.
Betsy Diana, Betsy, which is me, best friend Diana. Michelle missed the part where I said Fast and Furious has nothing on you. Best driver award goes to Diana.
Anytime I tell you no, anytime we come to Jamaica, do not make Diana drive in love overtake. Okay?
You're in lie. Uno seen the video how me sit down back at the van. Uno seen the video how the vehicle them pass me in a Fern Gully. If I didn't want to mind me own a business, nobody now pass me in a Fern Gully. Nothing wrong with my car. And if they ever pass me, I pass them back for nothing wrong with my car. My good car. And he sit down in there. And I'm being very decent to my visitor from Paris. And hear him. Hear him here today. Go sit down. He go sit down here today. Wait till I go pick up Michelle.
Michelle.
So where is Diana, who is out in Portland watching? Is she going to come so we can meet her family?
I think her name is Dianna.
Dianna,
yes. She's out in
and you so Lloyd said he lived near the reform school, the formatory school.
Somebody just
and you're the one Bev Brown home did a cut road, Bev me a cut no road, or you wicked so.
So someone just said something a while ago. So we were talking about reform school, right? Reform school. That's where you're supposed to go as a little kid. If they take you out there, woman, or you live on the street and they carry you to family school, reform school, you're supposed to become reformed so that you come back home and become a good member of the society. Well, somebody say the bad boy school. That's why I say
yes, but then he went back and said he lived next to the formatory school. There's no reform in it. It's just a formatory school. They form you into a bad boy.
They reform you into a bad boy.
Michelle, you're on again, baby.
Because I had a boy in my community. He named Kata, right? And I didn't know Kata as a little kid. I know Kata when he came back home from family school. And when we meet Kata, there's no way on earth that I would want to be like Kata. No way. As a little boy growing up, this is Mr. saying, but then as my parents growing up, Kata was nowhere close to what I would want to be. So me and Kata have been friends. Got Kata growing up, beat up boys, take on the marble, always a fight. and always a draw knife and ratchet. I'm saying to myself, I don't need that. I don't want to be like that. You know? So farmatory school, reform school, boys school, bad boy school, everything is pure badness in my mind. So that's what I see farmatory school.
Okay.
That was my experience.
Farmatory school.
So Michelle, we can't call it upscale anymore.
Yeah, we'll call it upscale. It's not her fault that the internet is down. It's an island-wide issue. And yes, I want to talk about it because I keep saying that we're talking about having school online, and for more than a year, students are supposedly learning online. And imagine Leo is in one of the top hotels in Jamaica. He's struggling for great connectivity. Michelle is in upscale Hayes, where it's a dormitory community, and children are here in this community, you know, doing school online. How much learning them really take place? So I'm happy that we're having this experience here, so people can say it. When people say yes, I'm online, it don't really mean you're not learning a take place or not teaching.
But there's one thing that's common among all three of us this morning.
What?
All three without Jamaica.
Yay! Jamaica! Boom! Jamaica!
And generally, two of we are foreigner, but you're the only one out that you're the only, no, we are all together.
The more we are together.
So I ran into a word yesterday. Evermore. Evermore. And most times with the word for is before it, right? Forevermore. And I just forgot about that word. What does that word mean?
Forevermore?
Evermore. Yeah. What is it?
He ran into the word evermore.
Yeah.
But Michelle, he was just commenting that for the first time we have been together, and it's really, a lot of people have not seen us together. So yes, we were together for the very first time.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Next time we have to do it where we're all together in the same location.
Yes. And let me tell you something. That location there, our expensive location over there, God have mercy. So listen. No,
you not do that. You would have never do that.
When we look on the place where we there, it's like heaven. Not about heaven, evermore, heaven. That type of heaven. We see, you see the picture there a while ago? When we sit up and I look out, we see coconut tree, we see palm tree, we see pool, and the beautifulest ocean, blue ocean I have ever seen in my entire life. Michelle, is it true or is it true?
It's true. That location is a beautiful location. Beautiful place to be. Palmyra.
Jesus.
In Montego Bay.
Oh God. It's really nice.
Thank you, Dr. Dianna. We're not going to bust a story, but thank you, Dr. Dianna.
and we bust it out. Oh, all right. Dianna, take us to a lifestyle that we say, she said, we must at least experience this. Boy, never know.
And I mean, so many people in the diaspora really know about the property when it was being constructed, and the prices that, you know, was just exorbitant. I mean, by measure, was exorbitant. But it's a really great property, and people enjoy spending time there. I find it sobering.
It's very sobering, actually. And in fact, we sat on the it's a veranda type, patio type area that overlooked the ocean and overlooked the pool and the pool bar and everything, and just buzzing. The buzzing is taking place outside there, and you're sitting here, and it's very serene, very, very nice. I mean, I really enjoyed that moment.
Yeah,
you know,
it was very relaxed.
Yeah, man, and they're there for rent too, right? Then I mean, I know that.
Yeah, it's called the Jewel Grand Hotel, so people can book it as Jewel Grand, or if there's privately owned units as well, you can rent from persons who own units on short-term basis or long-term. You find a lot of people come to Jamaica for 6 months or so, and they just rent a unit on the long term. Some people own it and they just turn up for the 6 month period or 2 months, whatever it is, just for their little solace.
Well, it's absolutely. If you want to experience what you may call it, an Egypt type life, the highest quality of Egypt's lifestyle, you know, it's right there, and you know, you get your own little view of that piece of the ocean that you come in, like you just sit on there like a oasis. You sit on right there in front of you. It's absolutely fabulous view. Really, really nice. I enjoyed that.
Mm-hmm. Happy you enjoyed it. Mm-hmm. We can always do it again another day.
Yes, and we should. How come you're, you know, them there dog out, you know, Michelle, every time you come off, that's like, you know, you must know your friends. You must know your friends, because when you drop off, all they do is talk bad about you. They talk about things they might talk about things like, oh, Hague is not upscale after all, because look on, every time you drop off and I come back, drop off and I come back.
Well, you know,
one day and she go sailing, that's not easy.
And I think the government made a proposal about this same thing, the internet, with only flow control in majority, where they're gonna introduce other companies within Jamaica so they have competition. Because nowhere people should be paying their bill monthly to be getting this type of treatment. And they don't even give you credit.
Yeah, they don't give you credit for downtime.
No, man, this is horrible. You can't conduct business here, because if they're marketing Jamaica to actually have people come here to work from Jamaica, this is horrible internet service. Horrible. I'm just going off. It's really horrible.
Yes, I can understand your frustration. Sometimes you just have to try and find that little spot in the house where the connection is just good and just stay right there. There was an incident somewhere in St. Thomas, and the lady was lamenting that it was almost impossible for them to make a phone call to the authorities because there was no connectivity. And they could only make that connectivity at a certain spot down the road. You know, so it's unfortunate that they live in a community, there's zero connectivity, they're paying for the internet service, but I don't know, we have to get this thing right. Internet is going to be an entitlement just like water, but then that's scarce too. So we can't.
Yeah, we shouldn't be operating like this with all that's going on in Jamaica. Flow is horrible, and we need to bring in more competition. So they up their game, because they don't care. Like people keep complaining over and over, and no improvement.
But it's not just Flow. All the internet service. Watch him as go on like him a Paul Bogle.
I was gonna ask Michelle, what does this look like to her? What does this look like to you, Michelle? What does that remind you of?
I don't know.
Sure again.
Show me again.
No, sure again. It's
Paul Bogle's figure.
You guys did not take me there. Let me tell you, people, they pick me up and then they say, you know what, let me drop her off back and continue.
Michelle, that's not true. Let me just say that's not true. Let me tell the people the truth. People don't know me speak the truth. Speak the truth and speak it ever.
Cause it what it means.
All right. So now, our dear friend, we're leaving Montego, Trelawney, and we say to our dear friend, what time should we pick you up at the bus stop on next day? She says, okay, I will take this bus at this time. I will get to you at another time, and you will pick me up. We waited.
At the bus stop.
And we waited.
At the bus stop.
And we got no
call, no text from Michelle.
So we had to go about our
business and go and eat.
Our business took us
to Hero Circle.
Without.
And also to eat.
Crab and corn.
Crab and corn.
At Hero Circle. Without.
Yes.
Without who?
Without Michelle.
Because she did not come from?
On the bus.
From?
Chilani egg.
Child frozen.
Ah,
Oh,
we'll stop right there. So take some calls, take some messages.
take some message. Oh gosh.
Okay,
Oh
go on.
gosh. So,
Some comments. Can read the
Leo,
comments.
comedy show hilarious. Patricia Barnes and Leo, comedy show hilarious. Patricia Barnes, novelet, Lisa novelet, Maka tried, I tell you, her formative school name, behavioral school where she lives. And I name no behavioral
big
school
word them.
really.
Yeah, you are your big word them. But that's all me here from Diane. Sure.
Lloyd Fisher said they used to work the hell out of them, boy, them. And he laughed out loud. And he says, my grandmother always said like that, formative school. Sandra said, oh my God, why them call him Cutter? You want to hear, you know, hear cut up on your head. Evermore lasting forever. So Laura Hamilton Blackwood says evermore lasting forever.
Thank you.
Beverly Frey said there are comments on you. Really there? Well, Beverly Frey, go read the comment there on YouTube.
On YouTube? Oh my God.
I said that there are comments on YouTube too.
Oh my God.
What word shall you know? Beverly, you're going to keep that to yourself. Kieran Thompson, if I love Uno one more time. Sandra says, thank you, Betsy, for being a voice of reason and being the honest one. Yes.
Because what? She don't know where she about. She have no clue.
Beverly Frey said that she's Davis too. Beverly, you know all Davis related, the whole away family. Tell me where you come from. Let me go see what they must say by you.
Come from Westmoreland didn't come from. They can go.
No, she named Davis. Davis them traveling up from my father and they travel very long and wide.
I am trying to find my YouTube. I'm so sorry. But let's see if I can find it.
All right, so really, wow, their comments. Beverly Frey says, someone on Facebook is poor, better on YouTube. Patricia Ban says, happy Sabbath, Leo, Michelle, and Dianna. Blessings to you all. Donna Reed says, good morning. Daniel.
Okay, yes. Oh my God.
Love the Heroes Park tour. Oh, that is posted up, Leo. Beverly Frey said, busy, good for everything. Mocho pronounced as Moko. Beverly Frey continues. Andrea C, trust me, I nearly dead when you both drove up to the main selling the charity. And Leo thought it was a woman with a tie. I laughed until you remember that when you saw to the lady, because to the man, I think it was a lady. Pauline Mackey said, good evening, I'm watching from Great Britain. Andrea said that was 24 to when you called the man. I said, good morning, watching from somewhere beach, Florida. Andrea Frey said, trust me, I wish I could see Leo's reaction. I can imagine, priceless. Oh, when Beverly said, is this Andrea Chase? And Andrea C says, so wait, Diana, I'm reading anything from YouTube.
You're reading from YouTube?
Yes, so see, then I'm for them that cost me when I read YouTube.
Because Andrea Chin just cussed me off a while ago. Seminar read the thing them. And also
all of this is YouTube, but there's so many comments. Beverly Frey said, I love Pelican food grill. The food is amazing. Plus the sunset view is to die for. We not die for though. Andrea C says, love all that all together picture. Oh, I'll post it again. Beverly Frey said, I used to ride Morning Star and Linda Rose. Wow. Busy or not make to stop vomiting. Yes, babe, you know the oh my gosh.
I don't want to crazy like me. That is, you know, so when I met, remember now, I just met Dianna a couple of days ago. We've been on air. Our virtual relationship has matured pretty well, and it seemed very normal that we have transitioned our virtual relationship into face-to-face, and it's the same thing, right? But let me tell you something. I was at my hotel when me hear say somebody out the front, I wait from, there's somebody at the front gate for you. So I say, oh,
at the lobby. We never done a front gate. I was at the lobby.
At the lobby, I wait for. I say, oh, that's not the lobby. I come wake me up so early. Anyway, we go to the door, and when me look, me see somebody with their hand in the ear like so. And me say, what are they? What? I said, I'm gonna record this, never record this. He said, when the woman licked me, Diane drives fast, he run fast, he do everything fast. When he run at me, he almost licked me down. But it was a good lick down. It was a good lick down. It was really nice to meet her.
Oh gosh, it was really priceless just meeting him. And I really thought he was talking to somebody on the phone. So I mean, if not, I would have been a proper afterwards. They have put on the common name. I mean, needed to represent myself properly. But I was just so excited to just meet this man who is my friend for how long. And
Dr. Diana is acting like, you know, at the first assistant.
But it was exciting. I mean, people must be who they are all the time, and forgive me, but I just have to be myself. And it was wonderful to meet him. It was just as stupid too.
Any more comments up there? On Facebook.
Sorry, Michelle, they're having a hard time with the internet. Everybody's sorry for Michelle. Beverly Frey says she wonder if she and me related. Beverly Frey, we're related. I want you. How much time I tell her related?
Frey, what is your Frey again? Your name Davis too, you know? I think she named
Michelle
Davis
out of touch due to technology. Yeah, she out of touch due to technology. Oh God.
I think Beverly Frey is Davis too, you know. Ask her.
Beverly Frey, then I
think that's her.
That's what she says. Is that Beverly who said that we're related?
Oh, but Patricia Davis too.
Oh, really? She was
I thought
Frey?
you were talking about Patricia. I thought you were talking about Patricia Davis.
No, it's Beverly Frey.
I think Beverly's from Upper Trelawney. I don't think she's from upscale egg. Either upscale. I don't. Yeah, she's from Trelawney.
Okay.
Trelawney, but it's right across the street from Clarendon.
Easy little night walk through bush.
Yeah.
Stop and drink 2 beer and then good to go again.
So, ladies and gentlemen, so you know, one of the most interesting things I've done in my life was to go to Heroes Park and with Diana. I learned enough to carry me for a long time, because there is nothing greater than being close to an icon. And I can't, you know, I went through all 7 national heroes yesterday. But the closer I got to each of those sepulchres or grave sites, it's like I could feel the energy, and reading some of the thoughts, some of the words that were there.
Dopey. Yes, go on.
The feeling Dopey them around there. It never feel like no Dopey today.
A good Dopey them. He felt good spirits.
Okay, it's the good Maya.
Oh.
All right, so I, you know, the two of the persons that really stood out to me. Well, one of the national heroes that really stood out strongly to me was Marcus Garvey, and the other one was Paul Bogle. Those are my 2 favorite national heroes, and it was an honor to be in their presence yesterday, because you could feel all the strength and of their work and everything that was outpouring right there in the words. And you read the words on Marcus Garvey and the words on Paul Bogle. And you know who else took me out to? Nanny. Nanny was really their bang, you know. And then for the prime ministers, I must tell you that the one that took me most, and you know, was the Michael Manley's monument, because they created that monument, and it looks like they matched the monument to his life's work. It's futuristic, you know. You can tell that it will never, the kind of design will never die. You know,
always be relevant.
Always be relevant, and it's really it was really nice, really nice. My thing is dying, so I got to plug it in. So give me a second here.
All right, I'll just take some more comments. You see, they're not organized for which only a man would have sit on there this for a long time. No say need at least X number of poor, and it's what I have to put up with when we drive. Anyway, Leo, you did not meet. No, Sandra, he never met me until a couple of days ago. We're meeting each other for the first time physically. All that is just virtual. Beverly Brown, I'm telling you, I love that welcome, Dan. I love you, bad. Michelle says, I'm sorry about the internet. It's a great show. Yes, Michelle, but go and get ready for it soon come. Leo, Lord Palmer says, blessings and washing from Maryland. Proud to be from Redlands in Clarendon. Ooh, get cool breeze from Bullhead Mountain. You know, Bullhead Mountain is the highest point in Clarendon. That is so fabulous.
It's actually, there's something
Palmer. You go Clarendon College, tell me yes.
There's something else that they didn't say about the Bullhead. There's a part of that Bullhead Mountain sits in the middle, the center of Jamaica, the actual center of Jamaica.
Yes, it is the central point of Jamaica for sure.
Yeah. So that's great. That's nice. It was happy. I was happy to be. I didn't know about Clarendon, and I was happy to be there. But go ahead, read the comments.
Somebody say, all jokes aside, the island needs to cleanse. Garvan saying, them a chat and I don't know what they're saying about that, but Garvan seemed not to be in a good mood this morning. Laura says, Leo, please go back to Heroes Park and feel the energy from Nanny and Sam Sharp. But he was just sharing about that, Lorna, that he felt that energy. Gavin, we don't understand what you're saying. Gavin Hasty saying them a chat and don't know nothing. She's with teeth or something. KMRT, whatever that is that. When I went all jokes aside, the island needs to cleanse.
What you thought there? When I went to the Sam Sharp, the reason Sam Sharp is close to me, I went to Sam Sharp Teachers College, so we learned about Sam Sharp, and I'm always moved by the words that he used. And Diana can help me with the words. He says, I'd rather die
on yonder's gallows
than to live in slavery. And those words are really, really powerful for me, because it tells me that he is dying for me. He's dying so that we can live. He's dying so that we can have a better life, ahead of our time, and our kids and everybody else that's coming in front of us, just so that we can live free. Those are strong words. And I also talked about Marcus Garvey.
But before you get to Marcus, just to follow on that point, that it is befitting that having said those words, having been prepared to die for freedom, knowing that he wouldn't experience that freedom, but that he was making it better for those to come. And Absolutely. Then right thereafter, there was a declaration because of that uprising.
That uprising.
Yes, because of that uprising. And so many of us not prepared to make any sacrifices for anything except that there is immediate gratification for me.
Yes.
So we're not prepared to make this sacrifice because what I go and get.
Yes.
He was prepared to die so that we could live a different life. And within a year after 2 years, there was freedom declared for those
freedom. Absolutely fabulous. And so yes, he has a special place in my heart as a national, and he's rightly anointed that national heroes. Even though it was late, it was like I think he was the sixth to be named national heroes back in 1974, 75, somewhere there. But he deserved it. And the seventh person was Nanny. I respect. Before I read the words close to that sepulcher, one of the things that I've always respected about Nanny is that she's very strategic.
I think his word for them is shrine.
A shrine, whatever. Excuse me.
I don't know. I think we call it
big word. We can't take you on your big word them all the time. All the time. Somebody drive with you. Yeah, embarrass me every day with your big word them. Big word. But So before I got to Nanny's shrine, I
again.
I use the term strategic to because every time I think about Nanny, I also think about the time it's repetitive. It's a repetitive movie about how America gained the state of Texas. And there was this one man, his name is Sam Houston, who walked hundreds of miles and picked up soldiers, people, because they thought they were going to lose the fight to Mexico. But he walked hundreds of miles, picking up men and boys. And when they thought that they were going to attack, he didn't attack. For many days, he didn't attack anybody until it was the right time to attack. And they won Texas. It's the same thing that I felt. Nanny was walking from Port Antonio to Montego Bay, picking up soldiers, leading them to the fight. The English had never fought any more fierce person or any army so fierce than the one that they went up against with Nanny. Love Nanny, bad.
Strategic.
Very strategic. And then I'll tell you about Marcus Garvey. So Marcus Garvey is an academic. He's a very, very bright man. He left this country in 1914 and went into the United States and built himself 2 million people membership, 2 million in the United States without Twitter, without Facebook,
without Instagram or TikTok.
Without Instagram and anything. 2 million. He had the largest unit of Black people across the world. Total 8 million people across the world was responding to this man. Okay? And the FBI didn't like the fact that a Black man had so much power. And because of that, they strategically tried to take him down, and they couldn't, because he surrounded himself with the biggest army of supporters. And then, but the one thing that he made, remember he bought the ships. What is the ship name again?
The Black Star Liner.
7 miles of Black Star Liner coming in the harbor. That's Freddie Lux. 7 miles of Black Star Liner coming in the harbor. I can see them coming. I can hear my engines running. Anyway, yeah, I'm stupid, right? It's okay. But he was buying a ship, legal, but before he purchased the ship, he advertised it and put the picture of the ship in the paper. And that was mail fraud. That's what they got him for. Mail fraud. And that broke him completely. He spent 3 years in prison in the United States, and that broke him. And plus, there were people who really wanted to take him down, and they did. And he got deported back to Jamaica, but Jamaica will love him bad. So I respect him. And every day I walk out and I do the things that I do, I feel his energy coming in to me all the time.
Yeah. Having said that, Leo, I think that it brings to mind for me one of Garvey's quote that says that men who are in earnest are not afraid of consequences. And I think it ties right back into Sam Sharp. It ties into all the heroes that we have.
Yes.
Men who are, and Nanny, men who are in earnest are not afraid of consequences.
And it is truth. If you are doing the right thing for people, the right thing for your society, the right things always, you are doing it earnestly. You don't care if anybody wants to come and try to raid on your parade and try to hurt you or try to harm you. It don't matter. because you know that you're doing the right thing no matter what. You
Yes.
understand? And so
Yes.
as long as you are out there promoting the right thing, helping people, helping others, and doing the things that will promote life and sustain life, trust me, you don't care about what nobody wants to. Because those people they're out there just to take you down because they're jealous or something like that.
Mhm.
Seriously, I love those words. I never heard those before. And I'm a Marcus Garvey follower. Also, love Alexander Bustamante and Norman Washington Manley. Those two guys had been competing, and for most people who don't know, they are actually cousins. Alexander Bustamante and anyway, I'm not going to get
Norman Washington Manley.
Yes, Norman Washington, and they were on opposite sides of the political coin, right? So one was
just for a little humor. I think they were on opposite sides of lots of things. Because one was such an academic and the other one just but go on. To have so many jokes at his expense, but he's a good friend.
yes, and yeah, man, and so but the one thing that they're credited for is that freedom, the 1962 freedom that Jamaica currently enjoys. We are not completely free in terms of the colonial aspect. I think our Privy Council is still have the upper hand on our appellate court system.
In England, yes. You have to go to England.
Right, but it's still a high praise for those two individuals who moved us out of colonialism and into autonomy. That's the word, right? Independence. Really, really great.
Yes. All right, let me just take some more chats. Sandra says, love hearing about our national heroes in school. They all made us proud, but Nanny stood out for me, the queen of all heroes. Leo celebrates that. Garvan says, when you talk about Nanny, it shows that modern women are not playing their part. I don't know. Everybody plays.
No, I don't believe that. I'm not so sure. What do you mean, Garvan?
Garvan Hasty. Keen Thompson says, Jamaica strong and free. Sandra Comock, I'm late. Good morning. Yes, Sandra, where you going to be late? Oh,
exactly. You're supposed. Where your broom there? Where your broom there? You're supposed to sleep for the house and have we on time. And what you talk said, Sandra? Sure.
You know how much this is supposed to do from morning. Looking at her skin. Sandra Sterling comments you and says, spoken like a man, your perspective on both. On all the heroes that we've spoken about, and certainly Nanny as well. There is an interesting quote from Marcus Garvey, Leo, and I think we know, everybody always saying that Marcus getting these shits because everybody going to go back to Africa. And Marcus Garvey says, look here, I don't want to carry back all the black people them to Africa, I'm not interested in carrying all of them back. So this is for all the people who say, oh, I don't want to go to Africa. But yo, I don't want to care about the whole of it because someone now no use yeah and now gonna use
I do that.
This quote says, I have no desire to take all black people back to Africa. There are blacks who are no good here, and likewise be no good there.
There was a gentleman by the name of Dubois in America, where I'm talking about American history right now. Dubois, there was one called Booker T. Washington, and then there was Marcus Garvey.
Yes.
Marcus Garvey and Booker T were the transition from the 1800s into the early 1900s. So here's the difference between them and Dubois, right? But Booker T and Marcus Garvey share the same thought about working in the industrialized nation, understanding what your role is, because they're coming out of slavery, right? Remember, slavery was 1865, between 1865 and 1900. That's where black people started to feel like it was taken back. They was taken back with what's the name, the Jim Crow laws, because the Jim Crow laws came in just after slavery. And so, but Marcus Garvey and Booker T. Washington was asking Black people to work within the industrialized system and do the best that they can, right? So there, to me, that's a transition from slavery into another realm. Well, what Du Bois wanted was not to work inside of the industrialized system. Create your own life, create your own style, go to school, fight for high school, fight for university, and creating your own self. That's a different area, a different era in time. So from slavery to industrialization and into self-building, it's two different. So there was a problem between Du Bois and Marcus Garvey and also Booker T. Washington. And it's all in the history of America, but it's something that up to today still stands because we're trying to exonerate Marcus Garvey right now, right? Okay. And some of the pushbacks that we have in the system is because the Du Bois wanted American Blacks to have their own self-image by creating power through academics, power through education. It was different from what those guys wanted them to work for the white man and also to work within the industrialized system and do the best that they can. So that's the difference. And so the exoneration project has been going on for a long time, but right now we're starting it again. But it's good to know that it's still alive and going.
But thanks for sharing that, Leo. That's a whole heap of learning for us and awareness building as well. But come back to Jamaica now because we have 10 minutes more to talk about. And Sandra, she just reached. She better say she did go a coronation mass. It makes she late. So we don't know where she's coming from at this hour of the morning, Sandra Cormac. But we're happy to have her. We're happy to have everybody who takes some time out to just join us and to post their comments and to guide the discussion, regardless of how it is. But I really celebrate your knowledge and your advocacy as it relates to Marcus Garvey and doing what's right for the man that did so much for us. Yes. Michelle, we're really sorry that we're missing you. Don't know. Gavin?
Garban, I'd love to hear a little bit more of your thoughts there. That's an important thing that I want to explore. So if you can just write a little bit more on your thoughts there, I'm interested to hear your perspective there. That's very, very important.
Sandra confessed that she was watching Olympics.
Listen, there's nothing more important than this show right now. So stop it. Just stop it. Okay? We also went to some of our notables yesterday, right? We went to what's his name again? The gentleman who ran the Helsinki race.
Herb McKinley.
Herb McKinley, a very stand-up man. He back in 1952, the 52 Helsinki race, where Jamaica, yes. If you ever get a chance to go into YouTube, go look for Jamaicans winning the 4x400 meter at Helsinki. So, but put 4x400 men's Helsinki, and you see the best race ever in a history of any kind of race. Jamaican 4x4, the first time we ever win a gold, and that was inside of colonial Jamaica. That was in independent Jamaica. Yeah. Very so he stands up as one of those pinnacles of the work of our athletes that we've enjoyed over the years.
Yeah, we continue to build that tradition.
Yes. And Louise Bennett Coverley.
Yeah, Miss Lou.
How could we forget her? Louise is the one who. Tell me if I chat too much now.
Louise, I always chat too much, but go on.
I sue you. Anyway,
Louise lawyer.
He's the one who I grew up in my community. The first time I turned on my TV and I see somebody at chat patois, it was Louise Bennett talking to them little kids there in a ring ding. You remember ring ding? Oh my God.
Ring ding. Concert time.
So her grave is also there. Graveside is there also. and then
Mr. Coverly too.
And Mr. Coverly, yes. They happen to bury the wife, the spouses of the notables there also at the funeral. Take some time to go look at it. But love and hate can never be friends. Oh no!
Here I come.
Here I come. Yeah, and Dennis Brown is also there. Me sit down on film grave. Me talk to him. Me love Dennis Brown music. Me love Dennis Brown in whole aura. In just welcoming when him sing and him. Oh my God, I love Dennis Brown. I've been watching him since he was about 9 years old. I love him. His gravesite is also there. So we are very proud to have him there, the crown prince of reggae music.
Yeah, that's true. So
read a couple of comments and then close.
Not very much more here. Garban says that I just feel the island is in trouble without Jesus. I don't. Yes, we're in trouble. Everybody's in trouble without believing in some superior being and recognizing and celebrating that. Garban, I want to agree with you on that. Not a topic that we take on openly here because it raises too many. There's such diversity here, and we want to encourage a diversity of opinions and, just center it more about Jamaica and how we can build Jamaica, what we can contribute, what our culture is like, what are the goods and the better things that we've experienced, what are the challenges that we are having. But let us try and build it outside of a defined religion or a divine perspective on religion. So yes, we all celebrate our Jesus, our Lord and Savior, and we celebrate that and we encourage it. But I don't think that we are in a space where we can rescue the country simply through that means. So let us craft ways and encourage dialogue that will take us to another realm, to the greater being, ultimately recognizing his power. I think, Leo, it's been a good morning. Mas Ran is there also. Oh, shoot, we probably never saw Mas Ran.
Who? Oh,
Mas Ran, because he was there to Rani.
Oh, we
didn't.
That's what the one I saw. Oh, God,
Lord, no, for telling us that Leo man, again, make we miss it.
We miss Mas Ran.
Make we miss Mas Ran on it. For those people on YouTube, thanks for joining. I'm sorry that I was not able to straddle all the platforms because Michelle not here. But let me jump back quickly and see if I see any comments more. Oh yes, Andrea C said Leo did not share some other videos with us. Unfortunately, I have not yet watched everything. I will use this remainder of the day to catch up. But what I saw so far was great. Andrea C said, wish I was there to travel around with you guys. Thanks for sharing that Let's International Heroes. And Matthew Muria says, hey. So anybody in our pathway that we're going, please let us know and we stop and pick you up. Just let us know.
Listen, me not drive with more than one somebody in the car. Next thing you know, the people then start ball and start because Dianna overtake car and bus and truck on the road. Me not in that.
Lad, girl. It's 10:57, Leo, and I want on behalf to just show that yes, we had an opportunity to catch up together. All three of us, for those who missed it. For the first time, we met each other, all three of us. See we there? We don't look true bad, not true.
Thank you, Dianna. It's been great. Thanks, Michelle. I'm sorry you're not there, but we have got to upgrade the thing up upscale there. We have
to go lodge a complaint.
All right, Dan. We'll see you later. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for joining the show. I hope you learned something this morning as much as I have learned from you. It's really nice to be here on a Saturday morning and also on a Tuesday night. Please remember, I have a YouTube channel that I try to promote. So please go there and find Leo Gilling and like the channel. We are going to, between us, all three of us, we're going to introduce our own channel conversation with Dianna, Michelle and Leo. And so we're going to ask you to come and also please go ahead and like the channel so that we can have some, make you feel kind of bossy, right?
Bossy.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you all for joining. There are lots of videos posted that on the trip so far. There's lots of learning. Everybody just continue to keep safe wherever you're watching us from. Thank you so much for taking the moment to share it with us. We truly appreciate it and we're looking forward. Walk good.
Walk good.